So what's your favorite color? Whether it's red or blue, black or white, not fashionable unless Leatrice Eiseman says so. She's known as the International Color Guru. She's executive director of the Pantone Color Institute and Pantone's prime color consultant. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
You're giving us a little bit of a hint here, I think.
Yes, I think.
Explain what color consultant means.
Well, we engage people who really need to understand what color to use, whether it's a product that's on the shelf or the interior of a home, whatever, wherever, color is important. And we know it's very important in our lives in many aspects. A color consultant helps to give that advice.
So you are instrumental in choosing the color of the year.
Yes.
Last year it was, I love this, Tangerine Tango.
Yes, yes.
And this year?
It is emerald green. And it is a gorgeous, gorgeous color. And, you know, the reason that we choose a color really is that people come to us all the time. People come to Pantone and say, tell us, what's the magic color to get this year? It also has a message that it carries that's kind of intrinsic to it. It's not just a beautiful color to look at for product, but it also has a meaning. And we find this is what really engages people. What does the color mean? And so we have an answer for that. It's the color of unity, it's the color of clarity and harmony, and we're living in a world today where we really need a lot of that.
And there are billions of dollars in business tied up in these color choices. So how did you select emerald?
Well, we look for a lot of clues. Me and my team at Pantone travel the world. And literally, we have our antenna quivering all the time. When we see a color that we think is gaining momentum, we know that green has been the symbolic color for environmentalism. You know, a lot of people, you know, years ago it used to be, what was it, Kermit the Frog? It wasn't easy being green. Right. And today we know it's not only easy, but it's a good thing to be green. Because if you're known as a green industry, it means you're aware of preserving the environment. So we knew it had to be a green, but we needed to choose a green that was just a little different than some of the yellow greens that we've been seeing in the last few years. You need to get people to pay attention, so you need to bring something new into the marketplace, and that's how we arrived at emerald.
And when you make a choice like this, it obviously has a lot of impact across the market because people look towards you. Do you feel a certain burden of responsibility here when you make this choice?
Absolutely, yes. I mean, we try to choose colors that we know people will respond to. Not everybody's going to love emerald, let's face it. You know, people have their own individual take on color. Or they may have had a childhood experience that was unpleasant with a particular color and they want to avoid it.
It's emotional, in other words.
Exactly. It's a very, very emotional decision. And particularly in the marketplace. You know, people race down a market aisle. They only have a few minutes to make up their mind. Their eye has to light on something that really speaks to them. So we do feel a responsibility, yes.
So what does this year, how do you define it? What does emerald say about 2013?
Well, I think it's a year where people are looking for what I mentioned, balance and harmony. And it says that we are approaching, you know, this year and next year with some optimism. Of course, we try to be optimistic. And we feel that this color, because of its balancing factor, you know, green is made up of yellow and blue. So we've got some of the warmth of yellow and some of the serenity of blue, and you bring them together and you've developed a whole new color that really does speak to people.
Leatrice, thank you so much. We'll be right back.
And we're still here with Leatrice Eiseman of Pantone. Leatrice, talk to me a little about what your company does exactly.
Well, Pantone provides a worldwide method of people understanding how to use color. In addition to that, specifying color. I can say candy apple red to you, and it has a certain meaning. You conjure up a picture of a color in your mind's eye. So we need a standard. And so Pantone is literally the dictionary of color that people use. And originally it was meant just for the professional. Lots of professionals who use color understand what the system's about. But today we have many consumer products. So the consumer is beginning to understand the use of color. And what we're most excited about now is that it's being done in paint colors too. Because to translate it from a little chip and then be able to use it on the four walls of your home, there's a new Pantone universe universe system that Valspar Paint is putting out that we're very, very excited about.
And that system is based on numbers. You can call up and say, I want green 5, I want green 6 here, and people know exactly what you're talking about.
Absolutely. It's sort of like the Bible that I was mentioning, so that you can specify the color that you want, and then the person that you're dealing with, be it your decorator or a dyer who's dyeing your fabrics for you, will be using exactly the same color that you're using.
I think people take color for granted a lot. I mean, do you find businesses take it for granted, do you think?
Absolutely. And I think the other thing that happens is I work with, managers of color departments and even the CEO of a big company. And when they say to me, we can't have purple for that product. And I will say, why can you not have purple? I hate the color. It's not my favorite color. I don't like the color. My challenge is to show people there's a personal preference and there's a professional preference, and we've got to be the professionals.
All right.